If you're remaining in a relationship with a narcissist for whatever reason, maybe the narcissist is your child or your aging parent and you feel like you can't or don't want to break ties with them. Maybe you need to maintain some sort of relationship with a narcissistic ex that you have children with. Maybe it's your boss or colleague who's a narcissist and you need that job. But for whatever reason you're staying in a relationship with a narcissist, I just want you to remember that when you are dealing with a pathological narcissist, you cannot expect a parasite to stop taking from its host. And you cannot expect to benefit from hosting a parasite. So when dealing with someone with NPD, you really do need to adjust your expectations and learn some self-preservation skills. Don't continue in the delusion that the narcissist will someday stop sucking the life out of you. It's just not going to happen. So in today's video, I'm talking about the myths and misconceptions associated with narcissistic personality disorder because I want you to be informed about the realities of this disorder so you can increase your awareness and make good decisions for yourself and your life. And if it's your first time here, welcome. I post weekly videos on topics related to mental health, trauma, stress, and relationships. This content is for educational purposes only. So if you are in need of mental health support, please reach out to a professional in your area. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Okay, so let's jump right in with myth number 1, which is that narcissists are predators. While yes, it is true that some narcissists are predators, such as malignant narcissists or those on the extreme end of the narcissistic spectrum, but the true nature of most narcissists is parasitic. Both parasites and predators harm other organisms for survival, but where the predator kills their prey relatively quickly, the parasite needs its host to feed off of until it finds a new host or a new supply. Parasites may never actually kill their host. However, as I said before, the host never benefits from this relationship. Parasites have a diverse toolbox to effectively manipulate and control the behavior of their hosts to ensure that they get what they want and need. If you've watched some of my other videos in my Narcissistic Personality Disorder playlist, you've seen me refer to narcissists as predatory. I sometimes use the cat and mouse analogy or the hungry grizzly bear. And while I believe narcissists can and often are predatory, they are usually primarily parasitic. The second myth is that narcissistic personality disorder is a choice. NPD is recognized in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, and more researchers are discovering the biological causes of this disorder. So research is showing that people with NPD have structural abnormalities in the regions of the brain that are linked to empathy, critical thinking, as well as self-directed and self-absorbed thinking and behavior. And I strongly believe that the research will continue to point to biological causes for narcissism. So why then can it seem like NPD really is a personal choice? The first reason is that some narcissists have learned to mask their symptoms and fit in with the rest of society. They've learned to fake empathy, to appear helpful and interested in others, and they know when it's not to their advantage to act out in narcissistic ways, such as the narcissistic boss, for example, who looks exemplary in front of the public or the board of director, but secretly is wreaking havoc on the lives of their employees behind the scenes. So what's happening is that the narcissist constructs a self-image and adapts to conditions in ways that feed their own needs and furthers their own agenda, meaning they are suppressing or masking their true nature for a while and in circumstances where it is to their advantage. but they usually can't uphold the act forever, and they will need to find sustenance somewhere. The third myth is that a narcissist cannot change. Earlier in this video, I told you not to expect someone with NPD to change, and I stand by that. But I will also say that under certain rare circumstances, a narcissist who wants help can learn to better regulate their emotions, improve their behavior, increase their sense of self and self-worth, and learn to behave in more productive ways. Now, it's well known and agreed that the prognosis for people with narcissistic personality disorder is poor. So my point here is that a narcissist who wants help to change, in my experience, is rare. I found that grandiose narcissists rarely get mental health treatment on their own, and if they do come in, it's usually by court order or some kind of order by Child Protective Services, and they participate to the minimum level that's required, and usually make the therapist's life pretty challenging during their short stay. The other exception is when the grandiose narcissist's life falls apart. And again, their efforts in therapy are often short-lived and very self-centered. The covert narcissist, on the other hand, can often seek mental health treatment because they see themselves as a victim. And they can be anxious, depressed, and they come in for help to deal with personal and professional relationships. So they usually want help dealing with all of the injustices that they are facing. But covert narcissists can be extremely tricky to deal with as a therapist because they know everything and they blame everything on everyone, and as soon as you start challenging them, you are added to the pile of people who are the problem. But there are some narcissists who do want and accept treatment, and they can learn skills to help them regulate their emotions, their moods, and they can learn skills to get their needs met without stomping on other people. And with long-term guidance and support, especially when they're not at the extreme end of the narcissism spectrum, they can improve their behavior. And we can also recognize and learn to protect ourselves from those who can't be helped or don't want help. The fourth misconception is that narcissists are evil geniuses. And while some narcissists may be genius, they often think and act like they're more intelligent than the rest of society, but there's no actual evidence to support this. And while some narcissists are inherently evil, the narcissist's motives for doing what they do, unless they're a malignant narcissist, are probably not what you think they are. It's probably not as planned out and conscious as it may appear. While they are master manipulators, they are not master planners. Their behavior is very impulsive, and they are usually acting based on how they feel in the moment. Like a 3-year-old tantruming at the mall, they didn't plan it out 2 days ago. Again, there are exceptions to every rule, but in general, they are not good planners or critical thinkers. Myth number 5. Their behavior is not personal. The narcissist's parasitic nature is not personal to you. If there is a tick in a tree and a deer walks by, the tick will jump on its back. If you step into a lake near a bloodsucker, it will leech onto you. So when I say it's not personal, what I mean is that you are one of many suitable hosts, and if they didn't leech onto you, they would have leached on to someone else and did the exact same thing to them. And if you leave, they will find a new host and they will behave in the exact same ways. They are serial and systematic in their patterns, and it's not about you personally. Where it does get personal is they will look for your weaknesses and find your buttons to push to get what they need from you. And in this sense, it feels ultra personal, but in reality, it's always about them. They will take from you for as long as they possibly can, because their behavior is aimed at eliciting a response from you to get what they want. And if they're still leeched onto you, you can bet that they are still getting something out of it. So if you have a narcissist that has leeched on and won't let go, your best bet is to study their methods and then consistently respond in ways that gives them nothing. When they see that they can't get what they want from you, and again, depending on the type of narcissist and what extreme they're at on the narcissistic spectrum, they may resort to more extreme methods before they give up, or they may just go find another host. So there you have it. I hope I was able to clear up some misconceptions about narcissism for you and helping you hopefully get rid of some of the parasites in your life that are sucking you dry. And if not, to at least get some support to learn those self-preservation skills so that you can stay healthy for the duration of your parasite-host relationship, which I'm telling you right now, if you don't already know, will be exhausting. And I just don't recommend you take it on alone. So if you like this video, please check out my playlist on narcissistic personality disorder and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your views and read every single comment, so please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.